Welcome back. This is the Whiskey Couch in Pretoria, South Africa. I'm Gustav and you are watching my summary video after this series that I did on 9 different 14-year-old single malts, and I've got them lined up here, 4 of them here and 5 of them there at the back. What a wonderful series this was. I did the whiskey tasting reviews and also food pairings on each of those. And in this video, I'm just going to give a quick summary and I'm going to reveal which one is my personal favorite out of these 9 different 14-year-old single malts. I was also thinking maybe we should try to get an indication of which one of these is like the viewer's choice. And I thought the only way that we can do that is if you're watching and you want to, you can just in the comment section below, you can just comment which one of these 9 is your personal favorite, even though you haven't tried them all. Of course, you might not have tried them all. Maybe you've tried 3 or 4 or 5, and you can give us an indication which is your personal favorite. And by doing that, we can get sort of an indication which one is the viewer's choice. And then I'll give my personal favorite as well. So in this series, I did a very wide range of 14-year-olds. I mean, I had a coastal single malt whiskey, which was the OBAN. Easy, smooth, fruity, and a sweet whiskey. I had a SPEYSIDE whiskey, which is the GLENFIDDICH, 14-year-old rich wood. And it is honeyed, like honeyed nuts, fruit, and vanilla custard. I had a HIGHLAND whiskey, the CLYNELISH. Creamy, complex, full-bodied, and mouth coating was my summary on that one. I paired the CLYNELISH with French bruschetta and camembert cheese with salami. It was just a magnificent pairing. And there's also a sherry cask whiskey, which was the MORTLACH 14-year-old right there, which is a private bottling. Christmas pudding, chocolate shavings, honey sauce. I had an ex-bourbon and an ex-sherry cask combination, which was the GLENROTHES 98 14-year-old based on the distillation date and the bottling date. Rich, creamy, fruity, and chocolatey. So quite a wide range of different whiskies. On one of the videos, someone commented that because all of these whiskies are so diverse, personal preference will play a role when picking a personal favorite. That comment made me think. I quite enjoy the comments that viewers make on the videos that is posted. Some comments are inspiring, some make you think, some challenge you. It's wonderful, the comments that I'm getting on the videos that I'm doing. That one made me think. Personal preference will play a role. That is a very good comment, because personal preference, even though it's normal, natural, human behavior, personal preference can actually limit one's enjoyment in terms of the variety and the diverse amount of whiskies that are available out there. For instance, I have a friend and I had a very good bourbon whiskey that I wanted him to try, and when I offered it to him, he said, I don't like bourbon whiskey. I said, how come? He said, I once tried one and I didn't like it. And this comment on this video made me think of that incident, and I realized that that friend of mine is potentially missing out on wonderful experiences because he's limiting his willingness to try something based on personal preference. So that was a good comment. It just reminded me that I personally should keep an open mind, and that I should try whiskies even though they might not fall within my personal preference spectrum, so as not to limit myself and cause myself to miss out on some wonderful whiskies out there. So just a thought based on that comment that I got. I also had an EX-RUM cask whiskey, which is the BALVENIE 14-year-old. vanilla sponge cake with sweet fruit and spiced wine. And I'm just giving my sort of summary on each of the whiskies. I had an export cask whiskey, which is a Tomatin 14-year-old. Dark fruit salad with honeyed nuts, chocolate sauce. I had a peated Islay whiskey, the Bowmore 14-year-old, private bottling. Light peat, fruity vanilla, salty chocolate and licorice. This was probably my favorite pairing in this series. I paired that Bowmore with bruschetta with cream cheese, tinned smoked oysters and a drop of coffee art right on top. That was, and I don't often give a 5 out of 5 pairing, but that was a 5 out of 5 pairing. And then lastly, I had the cask strength 54% ABV, the Balvenie pineapple, vanilla, marshmallow, fridge tart. That was my summary for the Balvenie cask strength. So, which is my personal favorite? I'm going to start with the third position. I've got two whiskies in my number 3 spot. I couldn't decide which is the number 3, which is number 4, so I just grouped them together. For me personally, number 3 is the Tomatin and the Balvenie. These two right here. Ooh, very good whiskies. That's my personal number 3 spot. Number 2 for me personally is the CLYNELISH. CLYNELISH 14 is my number 2 favorite in this series that I did. And my number 1 in this series that I did was the BALVENIE 14-year-old Caribbean cask. What an excellent whiskey. And I must tell you, all 9 of these whiskies are really, really good whiskies. So if I'm saying that that is my number 1 favorite, it is not by like a huge margin. It is by a very tiny margin because all of these are very, very good. But the BALVENIE 14-year-old Caribbean cask, vanilla sponge cake with sweet fruit and spiced wine. And I paired that one with cream cheese. I paired that one with mini beef burger pan fried in plum sauce and topped with a thin slice of fresh plum. I'm getting thirsty as I speak of all of these wonderful whiskies. Here we go. BALVENIE 14-year-old Caribbean cask sláinte. What a fantastic series. That's all from my side in terms of the 14-year-old single malts that I reviewed over the last 2 weeks. My next series, 5 different 12-year-old blended whiskies. I trust that I will see you in the next video for the first one in that mini series that I'm going to do. So until then, sláinte.